Yo, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Taeyon, also aka Kevin, and in today's video, we're gonna be doing a Call of Duty League Week 2 Black Ops 7 League review. We're gonna be going over the games, seeing what happened, interesting kind of storylines, what teams look good, what teams could potentially be blowing up. Yeah, it's actually the last week of matches before the long break. After the next time we're gonna get matches, I believe the second week of January. So almost a month break because of Christmas and the New Year's. So teams are obviously going to be improved by then. Every single team will be improved by then. That's just the nature of how these seasons go. But yeah, we're going to be going through every single match that happened, and I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on them. We're not going to be doing predictions quite yet because predictions are still a long time from now. I can do predictions the week of the matches, but I might be doing an individual breakdown on every single team, how they're performing so far in the Black Ops 7 season. But let's not waste any more time. Let's start off with Falcons versus Carolina Royal Ravens, which was the first matchup of the week, and this was a complete domination from the Falcons, 250 to 166 on Colossus Hardpoint. 6-2 on the Scar S&D, on the exposure overload 4-2, a bit closer. But yeah, like Carolina just got completely gapped. It was not really close. They just got completely smoked in pretty much every single game mode. Falcons look much better. Like Falcons look really, really way better than what we saw. Like I thought Falcons were gonna be a team that really struggled, but from what I saw this week, this really gave me confidence. Next series, which is probably the series of honestly, this is probably the second matchup, the second best matchup of the whole weekend. Minnesota G2 versus Boston Breach. It ended in a reverse sweep. Pretty much every single map was close. But Minnesota, you cannot be getting reverse swept. If you get reverse swept, it's kind of unacceptable, especially in a professional scene. Like Minnesota definitely shouldn't have gotten swept. They should have won the S&D. They made a lot of troll calls. But yeah, I mean, Boston did clutch it out. They iced up and they did get the reverse sweep, so props to them. And then to end off the day, Vancouver Surge versus Toronto, which is just a complete like the Canadian Clash is usually competitive in previous years, but this one was not competitive at all. It was belt, it was ass whooping, it was domination, honestly. So yeah, I don't really think it was close at all. I don't think anybody thought it'd be close. Surge looks so lost. I mean, of course, like it's four rookies with no really direction. They all just seem to be playing for themselves, which at that point, you can't even blame them. The next day, we had Paris versus LA Thieves, which was a complete ass whooping from the Gentlemen. I predicted Gentlemen to win, but I didn't expect it to be a 3-0. 3-0. I predicted a 3-2. I mean, LA Thieves just look so lost in some of these maps and game modes. I mean, their hard point, like Paris looks like the best hard point team, which is a conversation for another time. But this team just looks unstoppable in pretty much every single game mode. Like I think their S&D needs a bit of work. They do make some mistakes here and there, but man, their respawns are like actually next level. Their respawns are insanely good, and honestly, it's gonna be very, very hard to beat Paris if they continue on this trajectory because they look insane. I don't think they've lost a single hardpoint map. Like they look so strong. Their overload is insane. I mean, 8-1. They literally it was 7-1 at one point. They got Germany versus Brazil. Uh, they just got completely world starred, completely shit on. There's really nothing you can say if you're a Thieves fan. This was just complete and utter spankage. And honestly, bro, you could even see it in the player cams. Like, they were just some of them were laughing after the loss. So it's gonna be interesting to see how Thieves bounces back. But yeah, Paris looking really, really good. And then we had Miami Heretics versus Optic Texas to close out the day in a 3-2 victory for Optic Texas. This whole series was insanely entertaining to watch. It was super back and forth. Obviously, Miami just got Trakes in the country not too long ago. Like I still feel like Miami is a bit behind. And the fact that they took Optic to 5 maps is super, super tippable. They actually won both hard points, which is kind of shocking, honestly. I think that's Optic's weakness right now. If teams want to exploit Optic and really just pick them while they're down, I think they need to win these hard points. If you don't win hard points against Optic, I don't think you're going to win any single other map because their S&D looks insane and their overload looks insane as well. So yeah, it was a really competitive series. A lot of them went down to the wire. I feel if Miami played a bit better and made better decision making on some like rounds in S&D, they could have won. But that's hindsight. Optics still won. Map 4, I actually forgot. It was an insane comeback from Heretics. They were down like 50 or 60 points and they made the comeback. So super tippable from Heretics, super Rancor. Um, just keep frying, bro. Like they just are so good, honestly. They're so good. And I think this team is gonna be insane I think they're a team that's gonna scale. I think this team is just gonna keep getting better and better. Um, so yeah, hopefully this time they can actually win an event because this team was Sunday regulars for a while in Black Ops 6, but they never actually got the grand finals that they deserved. So we'll see how that happens this season. And then yeah, to close off the day, we had Vancouver Surgeons, Cloud9 New York. Not gonna spend too much time on it. Vancouver Surgeons again just looks lost. Every single map was actually close. They could have won. If Legend just plays individually better, they actually just win some of those maps. But again, the team just they lack direction. There's really not much teamwork. They're by far the worst team in the league, honestly. And then to close out the week, we had the last three matchups, which is Real Falcons versus Boston Breach. Very controversial series because of the Celium snaking. But honestly, if you're Boston, you should not be getting come back on like that. Like Falcons, like just straight up outplayed them. Like, yes, Celium did snake, but bro, like if you're Boston, you cannot be letting that happen to you. Like they were up so much, should have been a map 5. But yeah, Falcons just look so good. Like even that map 1, they actually came back on Boston. Like Celium was shooting. Besides the sneaky shit, he was shooting. Kismet, obviously he's a natural sub, so on maps like Colossus, he's just gonna fry. Pred was doing really, really well. Pred had a lot of sneaky plays. Xnid looks like the best he's ever looked. Like I think this game is gonna be Xnid's game. So yeah, like if Falcons is actually like gonna be a competitive team, this team can be scary because I feel like if the team is playing like at their absolute best, bro, they can pretty much take on anybody. Like they have so much slaying power, they have so much talent. It's just how they use that. Communication is a big thing. So we'll see how far Falcons can go. Second last matchup, Miami Heretics versus Cloud9 New York. Went to map 5. I thought it was gonna be much more convincing for Miami Heretics. Miami Heretics realistically should not be getting took to bat fives by Cloud9 New York. I think Miami is way better. They have so much more talent. But to be fair, again, they're a work in progress. Like they're still kind of behind and they still beat Cloud9. But yeah, their hard point looks good. Their search and destroy looks good. They look solid in every single game mode. But where Miami really shines is that search and destroy, where sometimes they just completely just they can just Neslo you because they are so good at S&D. So yeah. And last but not least, we had Toronto Koi versus FaZe Vegas, which was definitely the series of the day on Sunday. Exposure hard point 250 to 231 for Toronto Koi. FaZe just consistently keeps throwing hard points. I don't know what's up with FaZe, but their hard point is atrocious. They have like a bottom 3 hard point in the league. Like their hard points are horrible. I think they're actually 10th place for hard point win rate. Which is crazy because you add O4 and Abuza to really give you that fundamental fundamentals in the hard point, but they just keep losing hard points. So they need to get their shit together. Um, and then the dance search and destroy. Toronto actually they were up 5-4 and they lost 2 rounds in a row. So Koi actually realistically could have 3-0'd. If they didn't fuck up the last 2 rounds of S&D, it would have been a 3-0. And that would have been the second series just in like 2 weeks where FaZe gets 3-0'd. But that didn't happen. And then the hard point when it went to map 4, it was hard point Colossus. I thought it was over because obviously Toronto has flexes. I thought it was over, honestly. Like, bro, like, but the fact that FaZe came out and finally won a hard point, their first hard point win of the Black Ops 7 season, they looked super dominant. I mean, 250 to 7-2 is fucking crazy. And then they ice it up in the search and destroy. That's the thing about FaZe. FaZe looks like one of the best S&D teams. They look like a top 2 S&D team. They look super, super good. Their hard point is really, really bad because they always throw. FaZe are always ahead in the hard points and they always throw. If FaZe are able to fix their hard point issues and they're able to improve at overload, this team is by far a championship contender. I can see this team winning champs at the end of the year because I think they're going to be arguably the best S&D team all year because all four of their players are known S&D gods. So if Simp is playing out of his mind, if O4 and Abuz are playing out of his mind, if Draza is playing well, I think this team can definitely contest for championships. And Toronto is still super solid. Again, they could have 3-0'd, so they're not too far behind FaZe, even though they did lose. They just got to work on some things. Their S&D needs work because they lost two S&Ds, but besides that, the team still looks solid. So yeah, that is a recap of week two. When we return, it'll be the New Year's. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys' favorite matchup was. And yeah, I might do a breakdown on all the teams, giving you how I think they've performed so far and how far I think they can go. So yeah, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, guys. Turn on post notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.